other issue with this whole thing too is like nobody can give you a straight answer to say like, no, you cannot move it at all, or it's not like they used like duct tape or scotch tape. They have it sutured in pretty well. So yeah, I want to know. Like I'm like if I like happen to bump it, or if I like have to like catch myself falling, that's probably not a good thing. Hey, what's up guys? It's S&M Fitness Solutions, your fitter commuter, coming to you at almost 3 weeks. Yeah, I've been kind of giving an update for a few days now. It's pretty much, it's, kind of the same. Like, just going through the days and, getting back, more into like a normal work routine. With Corona, I actually, fortunate enough to like, be able to like work from home. And actually this week I was able to get back kind of almost in my full normal workout routines too. So before all this and even before Corona, like I'd always have like an AM kind of like wake up workout. So either I was going into the city, I would work basically walk from Grand Central to the office. But of course, when we had the kind of all shelter in place, I had to change that with something. So I started walking first, but then that got kind of just pointless to like walk around the neighborhood for half an hour. So it wasn't like a place, there's no destination, just walk around in a big circle. But I ended up started riding my bike. So I do like a half an hour kind of like wake up ride in the morning, and then would take like a walk down to the beach for lunch, get out of the house, get some fresh air, a nice break middle, able to break up the day. And then do like a lifting session or, more cardio at night for about an hour. Pre-surgery, that's what I was all doing. After, of course, sheltering in place. But then post-surgery, I kind of disrupted that routine a little bit. So I, did it pretty slowly. I got back and started riding the bike for about, first a half an hour, then slowly building it up. And that was kind of like my only workout for the first couple weeks or first week, but then start adding in that walk again. And then this last week, which according to my PT, I'm kind of like ahead of the curve, I guess, because usually like people aren't moving about and working out and that sort of stuff until like post week 3, post week 4. So we're just coming up on week 3 now. I've always been a very active kind of person anyway, so I didn't want to just sit around. And the one side where the injury was, it's noticeably smaller, so I can't let my body go and I can't let my mind go either. So getting out, being active, that's just what I do, and to stay sane and healthy and just kind of live this healthy lifestyle. So to me, it's normal. And I was just very glad to get kind of back into that routine this week. So it's good. But as far as like, issues with the shoulder or anything, like, when was it, Thursday? So Thursday, for whatever reason, like I went back to sleeping in the bed, so I was sleeping on the couch because I could sit, more propped up on that. But then the couch was a little bit, short, so my legs would kind of cramp up at night. So I was like, fine, by Thursday, I was gonna go back to the bed, and then I kind of like a bad night's sleep, so into Friday, and then an early PT session that morning too, and he was moving my shoulder or my arm around a little bit more than usual. So all day Friday, my shoulder actually kind of hurt like all day, so I'd wear an ice pack all day. But I mentioned earlier that I ordered, so it came actually yesterday, and it is this Cold Rush Compact, and I absolutely love it. Like, it's very basic, doesn't have like a timer or anything on it, so it just kind of constantly runs, but it's super, super quiet, which is amazing, so you can sleep with it at night. I did it last night for the very first time, and it was just so constant cold, compact, whatever you call it, compress, on my shoulder at night, versus the ones that, you just freeze. Those, of course, warm up over time, and that's what was causing like my sleep disruption from, before, is because ice pack would warm up, and the shoulder would start hurting. And then I'd wake up, had to go downstairs and change it, and just kind of just disrupts your sleep the whole time. So I have to give a huge, huge shout out, for this little company I found down actually in South Carolina, because this thing like was actually really, really reasonable. On Amazon, I was searching like ice machines, and basically they're all like over $200, $250, some are like $300. This one I got for like $139. from this little orthopedic place down in South Carolina. Link out in the video, so we'll be out there for you guys to go ahead and check out. Please do support them. They're so friendly, especially like during this Corona time too. I think I ordered it either late Tuesday maybe or late Monday. I don't know. They got the order either Tuesday or Wednesday, and I got it via FedEx on Friday. And actually it came in sooner. It was supposed to get actually Thursday night, but it got delayed at the shipping terminal on Thursday. So no fault about the company down there in South Carolina, but they're just so friendly and just so good to deal with. And then the price was like unbeatable too. So you got a friendly place to deal with, and they rent them as well. But the cost equation, basically, I think it's like $110 to like rent it for like a month or something, plus they charge like a extra service fee or something if you keep it longer than a month. And I don't know if I'm gonna like end up having to get this done again on the good shoulder, well, good-ish but not broken shoulder, or for any other injury, because they actually have like different size pads and stuff like for like your knees and other parts that need that kind of therapy. So super excited about it. Again, go support them. They were so amazing. So what else? Ended up actually riding the bike for about an hour, getting my stand on and everything back up on that. Did about 17 miles, and then we'll do hopefully an hour and a half tomorrow. And then I'm still hoping I can do this bike tour with my dad. This is what kind of all started it. So I was actually out training for this bike tour with my dad up in Canada before Corona really started, really came in full force. And they ended up closing the borders, so we couldn't go. And then literally, like when that happened, that's when I had the accident. And yeah, so kind of all happened in a way that I guess is all supposed to happen that way. But we rescheduled for September, so hopefully like I'm going to be strong enough and everything to go back on our get ready for that bike tour with my dad to go up around Nova Scotia. And then I think Billy's actually going to be able to go with us too, which would be really awesome. Instead of having like ride in the van with my stepmom the whole way and go shopping, he can actually ride with us, because he's getting into biking now too, which is really awesome. Yeah, so just building up the stamina with that. Of course, not able to like ride normally. I'm riding on a trainer in the basement, so I got the bike hooked up to that, and usually I am sitting up straight. So but over this week I actually be able to like bend over, like just ride with like one hand on the handlebar. That's actually getting better, less like kind of like pain with the shoulders. I think it's actually healing, I think, pretty decently, at least it's my own non-professional opinion, but I'm the patient, so I know how it feels. But yeah, so doing that, and then did a upper body one-sided routine as well today. So it was chest and biceps and some light shoulder work. Speaking to the doctor, like it's not like you're gonna get like super jacked, and I'm not doing anything like super heavy. It's just to maintain some strength and size like on my good side, so that I'm not like just completely starting at ground zero once I get out the sling, and then having to like rebuild everything. So those are the updates for today, and I think I will start doing weekly updates from now. But we'll see. Like, are you going anything like majorly changes too, of course. But I think I'm healing on pretty well. Stay safe out there, and we will be back later. Thanks. Bye. Hey, what's up, guys? We're coming to you from just after 3 weeks since my rotator cuff surgery. And what can I tell you? Not much is new. So yeah, it's I think it's getting better, so that's good. It's really funny. So like there's these stories that people like say like, oh yeah, the pain comes and goes, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, like whatever. And but actually those stories are true. So it really is like an interesting thing. Like it still comes on at night somewhat, but the ice machine that I got, which I talked about in my last video, and been using it for the last few nights now, it is really an amazing thing, and I highly recommend it. I will definitely put the link in this video as well, because those people down in North Carolina or South Carolina were so super nice, and I would just want to give them all the business in the world, because they, that little machine really was like the little miracle worker in this situation. So, what else can I report out? Had a PT session this morning, and it's kind of, it's good because they stretch, the arm and stuff, and to a point like where, you know, it's safe, I guess, because it's one of those things I could probably, like, you know, do whatever, you know, little exercises of rolling a ball out and, you know, doing shrugs and these pendulum exercise things myself at home, and I have to, like, you know, go out to this, you know, PT session every, you know, twice a week, early in the morning. But the stretching part, I think, is, you know, what you get your you know, money's worth for, because they know how far they can stretch you. They, you know, they are the professionals. And granted, like, I, you know, do have a personal training background. I'm not a physical therapist, so I, you know, trust their full opinions, like when it comes to the rehab part and just getting back to, like, a healthy state. So we'll keep doing that, but post out of the sling, I will probably cut back on it a little bit, because I probably, from what I understand, it's going to be more strength training, and I can, you know, just get the exercises, I think, and then just go in for, you know, updates and just making sure that I'm, you know, on track and doing the right thing. So that's that. And also, I just checked the calendar before doing this video, and it looks like I only have 2.5 weeks left. So I don't know if the doctor just couldn't count, or he just felt that, I don't know, 4.5, 5 weeks was enough time for me. So fingers crossed, sling's over, because really, that plus the pain, so sleeping in a sling plus the nagging kind of level 4, 5-ish pain every night without the ice machine, that's what really sucks. So that's kind of the worst part. Sleeping in a sling is no fun. It's not comfortable by any means, especially because this one here, you can see it's got this, like, strap thing. It kind of, like, hikes up at night and feels like it's, like, kind of like strangling you a little bit. And then, you know, things start sliding around. It's just not very comfortable. So what else? Still sticking to the workout routine. Work, my, you know, money earning work. That's been crazy. So this week I have not been able to ride my bike in the morning. I actually had to, like, work over the holiday weekend, which sucked. And but, you know, it's a crazy time right now, so you don't want to, like, rock the boat or anything. Just kind of put your head down. Even, like, you know, with this whole situation, I you know, opted not to take the short-term disability because I didn't want to rock the boat, and I felt that this time, like, you know, with 30 million people laid off and stuff, it's not the time to give anyone any reason. So I've been really keeping my head, you know, just, you know, nose to the grindstone, I think is the right phrase, or just, I don't know, working a lot of crazy hours. But I did get out for a walk today, nice 2.5 mile walk, rode the bike for a half hour, then did some, you know, upper body work, the good side, of course, for about 40-45 minutes this evening. So not, you know, a super crazy workout, but, you know, good enough, at least until, you know, it's fine. So hopefully tomorrow, I looked at my work calendar, it's still a little crazy. End of the months are always just crazy, like, with my work. So hopefully, yeah, I plan on waking up early, ride my bike in the morning. Hopefully I'll get out for, like, an afternoon walk, because it's becoming so nice, be in the 70s, which is super nice, and, you know, sun will be out in perfect weather, work down by the beach. And then hopefully doing, like, a good leg workout tomorrow night, so with you know, my strength training. So that's pretty much it, I can say, like, a 3 weeks out. Like, wish I had more. Like, I think I'm healing pretty fast. Scars are, you know, the doctor did a very good job with that, you know, minimal scar tissuing. And, like, he didn't, you know, screw up my tattoo or anything, so that was good. And yeah, like, really, it's just kind of like a pain management thing. The other thing is too, like, so I feel a lot more mobile, so don't tell my doctor. I am still wearing the sling pretty much 90-95% of the time, but, like, getting dressed and stuff, I am a little bit more not as, I guess, apprehensive about, you know, wearing t-shirts and stuff, or you know, not wearing, like, hoodies all day long anymore. So that's good or bad, I don't know. I talked to the PT about it, and he said I should still always be wearing, like, button-up shirts and not to, like, risk it. And that's kind of the whole other issue with this whole thing too, is, like, nobody can give you a straight answer to say, like, no, you cannot move it at all, or you know, it's not like, you know, they, you know, used, like, duct tape or, you know, scotch tape, you know, they, you know, have it sutured in pretty well. So yeah, I want to know. Like, I'm like, if I like happen to bump it, or if I like have to, if I catch myself, falling, that's probably not a good thing, especially if it's out of the sling, like in the shower or something. But, or if like I get stuck, like taking off a shirt or something, like it's gonna end up tearing. So I will do some of that research, I guess, for you guys, like, because I think that's really important. And I'm sure everyone's case is different, everyone's surgery is different, but that would have been really a nice thing to know, just, I guess, what the threshold is for, they say you're not supposed to do anything, but, I'm alive, you're human, so unless if you're going to put me, like, in a full-blown, cast, then there's going to be some movement. So I just want to know what that degree of movement, and the, I guess, tolerances are for it. So that's what I'll find out for you guys over the next week. Have a great week. I will might do another video later on in the week if there's any updates, but definitely I'll do 4 weeks out, and we'll come back to that. Have a great night, and be safe. Bye.